I want you to get lit up. Does that sound good? Okay. Because I want you to create a masterpiece with your life. Because you have one extraordinary life, or you could have one mediocre life. Who's down for extraordinary? Yeah. What do you want to be remembered for? No, when you are no longer here, what do you want people to say about you? What do you want people to have learned from you? You know, what's going to be that message that you leave? What's that mark that you want to stamp on the world, on people's hearts, on people's minds, on people's lives? And when that happened, I faced my biggest fear. I faced the fear of dying, of not being here, of not accomplishing some of the things that I wanted to do in my life. And I said that I was terrified, that I was stepping into the unknown. I had no idea what was going to happen. I gotta say that it's not about being fearless, at least in my opinion. It's about taking fear hand in hand. Because I want you to get scared. Because when you're scared, that means you're alive. Because when you're not alive, you can't fear anymore. And so those things, those goals that you want to accomplish that you might be scared of, let that fear serve you. Which option do you think is going to be more exhilarating? The second one, right? Yeah. So jump off that cliff in your life. You know, you got to create it first. And yet you might fall flat on your face. It's a possibility. But it's going to be fun. I'd much rather fall flat than not fall at all. What are things that you're proud of 5 years from now? What are things that you might surprise yourself with? Things that you might not have thought you would have done, but that you've done because you've committed to living an extraordinary life. And you decided to take fear by the hand and jump anyways. What can you give yourself more credit for? You know, if there's a party being thrown in your honor 5 years from now, what are we celebrating? Who's around you? I asked them, if you were to write a book, and you could only write one book in your lifetime, what would be the message? That's like, well, that's written a book. Should I write another one? What would be the chapters? You know, what would be the themes? What would be the titles? What would be the messages? So if there's one thing you could do, what would you start with? And maybe what's the second thing? And what's the one that scares you the most? Are you willing to do what it takes? And it's okay if you're not. But if you're not willing to do what it takes, can you please take that off of your paper? Take it out of your mind? Instead of beating yourself up every day and being like, oh. And we're just going to take a moment in silence to connect a little deeper to that. You can bring your hands to your heart if that helps you. I like to connect my hands to my belly as well. These are very intuitive regions in our body. Just stay here connecting, you know, maybe filling in that vision a little bit more. And if the corners of your lips aren't turned up to the sky yet, I encourage you to do that. Because you should be stoked about what you're creating, what you're seeing. Extraordinary life is one where smiling comes naturally. Because, as you guys know, Wanderlust is awesome, right? Okay, we all talking, right?